Hello everyone, my name is S Comic Maker and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be trying out a new medium, well, at least for me, that I have always wanted to try, which is gouache. Man, that word looks way weirder than it sounds. Gouache. Gouache.
Gosh.
What was that? Anyway, for my birthday, my wonderful in-laws gifted me a fantastic set to get started on painting with gouache. I tried to do some research before picking out which kind of gouache I would want to try, and I saw a couple of people recommend Holbein gouache, so that is the set that I chose. Like I said, I have always wanted to try this medium out, but really couldn't justify spending so much for something that I wasn't comfortable with using yet. When they asked me what I wanted for my birthday, I was so incredibly happy that they got this for me, so a huge thank you to my in-laws for making this possible. The supplies I used for this video is Holbein Artist Gouache in 12 different colors, the Magello leak-proof palette with 24 wells, I hope I don't butcher this, but the Hahnemühle watercolor sketchbook, some blue painter's tape to paint off the edges of the sketchbook, my Pentel brush pen, a Copic multiliner pen, a mechanical pencil, and for the second drawing today, I ended up using a red lead for that drawing. As a lot of you guys know from watching some of my other videos, I am always down to try new art supplies, but I'd been really wanting to try gouache for forever. If you don't know, gouache is a type of paint. It can sometimes be compared to watercolors because it can be used with water and can have some watercolor-like tendencies, which are things like being able to be used in thin washes and, depending on the brand, being able to be reactivated with water. But upon my research to find decent gouache to try as my first go, I've learned that gouache is very different to watercolors because it is much more opaque. Opaque meaning that it's not transparent and you cannot see through it. If you do it in thin enough washes, you can a little bit, but the more you add, the more opaque it is. Watercolors tend to rely on the color of the paper to shine through the paint, which gives it its brightness. One of the things that interested me the most for gouache was the poster-like quality or matte finish that I've seen of artwork made by gouache, and the fact that I can still add to my paintings and in some areas still have that watercolor quality that I love is really what drew me in. So to try this out, I start off by doing a study, and what better way to study some colorful gouache than with Disney. I flipped through an Art of Disney book that I have and decided to do a study of Scar's Be Prepared scene from The Lion King. The bright green colors in that scene reminded me of one of the colors that I have in this palette, so I thought it would be the perfect scene to try this out. I taped off the paper for that clean border look and sketched out the image. And kind of little bit on a tangent, I've always liked Scar as a villain. He was one of those villains that you love to hate. As someone who grew up with two sisters, I was just blown away by him being capable of doing that to his brother. And by that I mean, well, is it bad to spoil a 26-year-old movie? Anyway, back to gouache.
Gosh.
Stop it!
Oh,
So, I started off by laying down some base colors, and it really felt like watercolors to me at first. I was able to blend them on my palette with very minimal mixing, and the colors seemed to go pretty far, even for small pools of mixed colors. But where I really started to struggle was with some of the blending and with getting solid colors. When it came to Scar's forehead, I felt like when I was laying down colors, I was reactivating the paint and having the hardest time getting solid colors there, as well as getting a good fade in the transition from the shadows to the highlights of Scar's face. But based on what I learned later, I now know how much of a layering medium gouache is. If I had kept going and done just a couple more layers, I would have gotten that solid look that I was looking for. But initially, when I was working on this, I was worried that I had chosen an image where the colors were way too cartoony or solid to get the effect I wanted, which really isn't the case in the end. There are so many great pieces of art made beautifully with gouache. I think in my case, I just used too much water and needed to get used to the medium. But that's kind of the whole point of this anyway, so there you go. I finished off Scar by using my Pentel brush pen and a white gel pen for details. Overall, despite some of the splotchiness, it didn't turn out too bad for a study, and I can't hate on Scar. It's a pretty cool image in general. So I'm glad that this was the first image that I got to test gouache out on. So now that I've worked with it a little bit, I decided that for the next experiment, I wanted to try making an image where I was blending colors more. So something that has like skin tones in it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to dive into realism yet, so I picked something that I thought would be fun. I decided to design a new monster girl. If you've been here long enough, you know that I have a series of original monster girl characters. I've drawn them a couple times on my channel, but if you want to check them out, I'll leave an iCard here with a playlist to all of the artsy goodness I did with my girls. I have been itching to make more characters and have really wanted to make a mermaid, so I got cracking on a design this week. I knew for my mermaid that I wanted lots of color and an interesting silhouette, so I started working on a design of a girl with super poofy purple hair. Originally I had them in 2 purple buns, but I kept thinking of the human design of Luna from Sailor Moon and loved the idea of the half up, half down do where the buns are up, but there's also some hair hanging down. Since her hair is short and curly, I really ended up liking the shape of her hair a lot. Her design isn't quite exactly what I would want it yet. I want her legs to be a little thicker, but overall, I think I at least have the feel for her. In fact, this cutie doesn't even have a name yet, so if you can think of any good names and you want to help me name this character, let me know in the comments down below if you have any good ideas. Something cute, and it can be aquatic themed or after a fish, or I'm open to anything. So I was really excited to get started on mixing her skin. I put these starfish in her hair that I really liked, and I wanted to incorporate the little bumps of the starfish somewhere else in her design, so I thought it'd be cute to kind of do little light freckles on her cheeks and shoulders. Originally I was a little worried, like when I started the scar painting, because as I was layering I wasn't liking how it was coming out at all, but the more I added layers, the more I was able to get the smooth areas that I wanted. But it was actually as I was painting the skin and things were starting to blend and become more solid and just kind of fade together better that I realized here that, oh, I just needed to like keep adding to it and making more layers on this one and the scar painting. So now that I know that, I will make sure I keep that in mind next time. But in the end, just like any medium that you use, really comes down to practicing more and getting the feel for how the paints that you have work. That's why it's important to do swatches and experiment with all kinds of different ways of using your mediums, so that way you get more confident with them and continue to make awesome pieces of art. I know for me, I'm really excited to try layering with them in the future, and I want to take a crack at them with realism next time. But for this painting, as I started layering in areas and blending more, it started to finally come together for me. I struggled a little in getting the look that I wanted for the eyes, but for my first few times playing with gouache, I don't think that this came out too bad overall. I went back into this painting with my Pentel brush pen to really make everything pop, although next time I actually want to try using only the paint and see how far I can push the values with gouache by itself. From my understanding, the lighter colors dry darker and the darker colors dry lighter, so I'm curious to see how that plays out with a more dramatic piece. I think if I were to do this again, I would fix her bathing suit and give some more shadings around the chest area. I added some more after filming, but to me, it's still a little lacking. Mostly, I just need to practice shading in general. For the background, I did about 3 coats of blue to get that solid color, and then I went back into this with some Posca pens and had a lot of fun adding the little background bubbles. And voila, she is done. Like I said, character design wise, she's not exactly where I want her to be, but I really enjoyed working on her and getting to know her a little bit more with this painting, and I absolutely want to try drawing her again soon. But that's it for me this week, guys. I am so glad I finally got to try out some gouache, and I'm super excited to make more art with this medium. What are some art supplies that you have always wanted to try, but they were either too expensive or you would have no idea how to use them even if you did get them? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, thank you to my amazing patrons for making videos like this possible, and thank you to all of you for liking, commenting on, and sharing my videos. I appreciate you all stopping by, and I hope that we can draw together again soon. Bye guys.
Go back to sleep, babe. Gouache Goofy can't hurt you.
You're right. Okay. Good night, hon.